considering that in my last video I covered that CG was releasing Lightspeed tokens for the Inquisitor units, I thought it might be a good time to kind of go over Grand Inquisitor's journey and sort of the bare minimum requirements for its completion. Obviously, all the units that you're doing the journey with need to be Relic 5, and then the actual journey itself is probably either the worst journey in the entire game or second or third worst after Afra and Darth Malak. It's the order can vary for some people. I got Afra pretty easily, but Darth Malak took me longer, and then Grand Inquisitor took me 2 days. And I managed to get his whole journey done without adding any zetas to any of my Inquisitor characters, and I haven't upgraded them since, so they are still all Relic 5. So this is like the bare minimum that I managed to push them through GI's journey on. So, Second Sister is probably the key here. This was, what, 9 months ago when I did this now? I did this in February when the GI LSB first came back out this year. And so, these are mods for Second Sister. The potency I thought was important to be landing her stuns, and then I put on critical damage because her first special ramps critical damage a lot. Fifth brother has god mods on. They're from my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. These are from my Iden Versio. Obviously the mods have improved for all of my characters since then, but I am gonna try and see if I can push them as close to what it was like when I originally completed it. Seventh Sister, she will always assist every single attack from all the other Inquisitor characters, so it's quite important to get her offense up and her critical chance up so she is hitting more of the retaliations and there are more critical hits. It's also quite important to have a decently fast because she needs to be healing you and inflicting daze and ability block from her first special. Eighth brother, I just put him on offense sets, and also I think I put a potency primary on the cross towards the end to try and land more ability blocks from the second special. And then Ninth Sister, pretty basic, not much speed, just as tanky as you can go. But the key things that the Inquisitor characters need are some of their abilities. Seventh Sister needs to have distraction maxed because it gets rid of the damage penalty for her assists, and she needs this ID9 electroshock prod maxed as well for ability block. Ninth Sister you don't need to do anything with. Fifth brother needs I shall go alone for the tenacity down, and the killer's mine for the dispel. He needs those two maxed. That already comes maxed. And second sister needs can't run forever maxed. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Omega ability material uses for the Inquisitor squad. Gonna see if I can set them up fairly similar to how I had them originally. Unfortunately, everything that I've got has been upgraded. This mod is actually exactly the same still. So is this one. This mod's going to be providing a lot more defense, but only a little bit more speed. That mod actually didn't give any speed at all. I think this is the same one. I'm going to try not to use too many crazy mods. I'll lower that defense as well. Seventh sister, offense and critical chance. They were all god mods. Yeah, that's only slightly stronger than she was originally. You just need basic tank stuff. That is also a lot tankier than she was originally. This is almost exactly the same as he was when I originally did it. It is only 5 speed faster. And 8th brother. Yeah, only 2 speed faster. Only a little bit more protection. Some more potency. Is pretty much the same as what he was originally running on. So, the first battle is against Luminara. I believe I ran the first one on 5th brother lead, and then all the other ones were on 2nd sister lead. Because I think after this first battle, you struggle to deal a lot of damage to GI, and it just slows you down so much that you can't actually get into the next stages. Get a 2nd sister taunting. He's now cleansed himself. And he's cleansed again. It's a lot harder without the full squad in to get all the way through this first battle quickly, but hopefully, no, it needs some more stacks before I do that. next time I go from he should die. There we go. It's not too crazy to start with because he doesn't inflict you with any purge stacks, but as it starts to go on, he will hit you with loads of purge stacks. It is a big pain to get through him. Thankfully, Luminara is not too complicated. She's going down pretty well, and she can't heal herself because that was healing immunity. The tenacity down from Fist Brothers basic really helps you land all the status effects. It becomes really important after you get to the second and third battles with Ezra and Kanan. So this one is Ezra, so you need to blind him to dodge his attacks. Now you can see 8th brother is also in. And when the battle starts up, everyone now starts with a stack of Purge. It makes Grand Inquisitor a lot more difficult to deal with. Get the ability block in. Special him. He's gonna heal. Still nothing too crazy from him, but as he gets more stacks, he starts of Purge on you, he starts doing a lot more damage. And when you get into these secondary battles, you want to have more than half of your protection, otherwise you're just going to struggle way too much. I really need... Oh no, I used it. You don't want to be using that first special from 8th Brother in this battle, because it allows you to blind Ezra, which stops him from attacking. This is going to stop him from using any specials, though. Should still be fine, even if I'm missing 7th sister, I believe. Oh yeah, he is dead. There we go. The dots got him. 9th sister's first special you only use if the enemy is on kind of low-ish health, because the dots will take them out, except on Ahsoka, where she won't take damage from dots. And I believe it does actually say that she can't. No, it's on her kit in the battle. It tells you that she can't take damage from dots. This is on Kanan, and you need to hit Kanan with healing immunity, or he will just keep out-healing you. If your mods are on the lower side, all of those ability blocks that he does right here might be a problem, and so if on that first time he opens with an ability block, you might need to reset until you can get your 7th sister to use her ability, to then ability block him to stop him from using it. Yeah, hit Kanan with healing immunity. Again, 5th Brother's tenacity down, very crucial for that, because there are 2 sources. You can get it from 2nd special from 8th Brother, and I believe one of the others will also do it on one of their specials. I'm going to ability block him here so he doesn't give himself overhealth. Yeah, 5th Brother's basic will also do healing immunity if possible. That was the wrong time to use that special. Don't want to use Dispel until he pops another overprotection. Stop him from using one right now. That should be it for him. Or it would have been if he hadn't dodged. There we go. 9th sister certainly takes a beating, but that's why she just needs to be modded for as much survival as humanly possible. Also, I should point out the reason that you use 2nd sister lead is because they all gain 30% offense. Normally, lots of people recommend 5th Brother lead because he gives you 30% defense, but as you're seeing here, the survival is fine. Is just the damage is a big issue a lot of the time, especially with GI if you try 5th Brother lead at some of the higher tiers. If I'm remembering correctly, this should be Ahsoka's tier. Yeah, it's Ahsoka's tier. Here's the important. She ignores taunt when she has retribution and recovers 100% health at the end of each turn, which can't be prevented. Ahsoka will also gain tummy at the end of every enemy turn, which can't be prevented, and is inflicted with focus for the rest of the encounter. When a target enemy dodges, the debuff can't be dispelled, and focus makes her weaker. So the way that you deal with Ahsoka is that you use Seventh Sister's heal to give everyone foresight, and then while she has retribution, she will get rid of all of the foresights and give herself those stacks of focus. This makes her hit hard, but then you dispel her retribution and make her attack Ninth Sister, who with critical hit immunity should hopefully survive until you can do it a second time and then dispel. And that's why having this ability able to dispel is important, because it gives you two dispels along with Seventh Sister's dispel. Yeah, this might be a loss because they all got too low from Grand Inquisitor's fight. And the abilities are all used up, so I cannot start the fight off right. There we go. That should start getting the stacks of anguish. Focus even. Wrong one. Would be second sister next, so I'm gonna need to stop that. That's not good. Oh, got lucky. Got a dodge. Next turn, when I can get the foresight up. Oh, no. This is probably donezo, unfortunately. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, they aren't. took slightly longer than I had anticipated. However, this is arguably the hardest tier, and it is usually the one that, if the mods aren't good enough, makes people add zetas. The second special zeta that adds armor shred on 8th brother, and the second special zeta that makes all allies recover health and protection and gives them evasion up. How normally two that you have to add on Ahsoka's tier if you cannot get through her. Next tier is against Grandmaster Yoda, and the biggest thing is you do not want to give him any buffs. So you don't use a second special on 5th brother, because otherwise it will give him overprotection, which makes your life 10 times harder. That's Grand Inquisitor done. He's pretty much the same. He just starts to do a bit more when he gets more purge stacks. Get rid of the critical hit immunity. Oh yeah, Yoda's immune to all debuffs except purge, so you can't stun him or hit him with dots or burn. Get rid of that so I can dispel him. And voila. That AoE is one of the deadlier attacks. Is definitely good to use the heal to get in Foresight. Next tier is Maul. You need to hit him with daze and healing immunity so that he does not keep pushing your team and kill you. Unfortunately, just like the Ahsoka tier, the Maul tier is quite a lot of trial and error. And the last tier is General Kenobi, who is not too much of an issue normally. Uh, there you would indeed have it. That is getting through the entirety of Grand Inquisitor's journey with just Relic 5 base Inquisitors without any extra zetas. It did require extensive remodding, and they are pretty good mods. Most of them are 6 dots, but all in all, it is probably worth it if you want to get Grand Inquisitor without wasting any zetas. Eventually, when you actually get the team, you do need to get ID9 enemy intelligence and Bladed Hilt if you're pushing them to R7 to do Reva's special mission in Rise of the Empire territory battles. However, if you are literally just trying to get him done, it is just enough to get 5 Omega abilities applied, 7th special 1 in uni, 5th basic and special 1, and 2nd special 2. Hopefully this is helpful, especially in the future, considering that CG is giving out free Lightspeed tokens for all of the base Inquisitors early next year, and they will probably also release the Lightspeed bundle again at some point, and hopefully this is a realistic portrayal of how they perform in the journey guide straight out of the box. Thank you for watching.